to the Kyle Gambit. A quick game here.
What a play! Oh my god!
Taking possession, trying to get to the corner. Kick play! Oh my god! They're just styling on him!
Oh my god! He takes one. What? Dude, we won it!
I said that. Oh my god. Shooting each other. It is going down to the last man, and boom! Team 13 takes the
More than a
win.
couple of people going mad. I swear they're rooting hard. To them might be big in the game.
Hey everyone. Wait. Okay, soundboard is in fact working. Wonderful. It's a little quiet though for some reason. Yeah. Why is my mic so quiet? It's like I'm barely being picked up on this one. Oh, probably I'm gonna switch headsets. Okay, wait. This might not be much better. Okay, it's because they were switched. Alright, whoever used this one last is trolling me. And that's probably me. I'm probably trolling myself. But hey guys, it's game day. We are doing a super stream. What? However, it's not a true super stream since Apex requires a 5-minute delay and Valorant only requires a 180-second delay, so 3 minutes. And I would rather our viewers have a 3-minute delay than a 5-minute delay because I don't know. 5-minute delays are kind of cringe. I understand why they have to happen in Apex, but still, they're kind of cringe. So yeah, we're here to play Apex for now. It is the Open1. I don't fully understand how it works, but the Colorado College Apex team can earn certain group stage points while playing in this lobby. So yeah, they're playing against people who are, I believe, slightly better than average, as far as I know. But yeah, also to like be kicked out of the tournament, I think we have to place 22nd out of the possible 20 places that we could place. So we don't have to worry about that. But yeah. It looks like the lobbies are being merged. Colorado College Apex is still missing one player as well. Which might actually means that I might have to sub in. That would be really crazy. I'm technically a ringer, so yeah, hold on. Actually, give me a second. I might need to check on the status of what's going on, and at the very least, I do need to merge the lobbies. So give me just 1 second. hello viewers. Okay, quick update. Yours truly will be playing in the first round of the Apex Legends Open 1 game. At least until our main roster player gets back. So that could be multiple games. But yeah. So I'm just gonna change it. I'm just gonna put it on my POV. I'm not very good at Apex Legends. I just want to let you guys know. I will. Let me see if I can create a little warning. Um, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that is the plan. Glaze SNHU. We paid $200 per glaze. No, he can't glaze you if he's actually subbing in the first game. What team should I join? It's a party in the USA. Okay, well, I'm gonna go fix my settings. Um, and yeah, maybe just kind of like warm up a little bit as well. Um, but yeah, sorry about that, guys. And when the game starts, I will change the POV to reflect the stuff, I guess. To like, I'll probably just change it to my POV or to another Colorado College player's POV, which is wait, hold on. Bad Bandit just launched Apex Legends. Give me 1 second. All right, I would like to apologize on my own behalf for the poor conduct, or my poor conduct, I should say. Just because it's just, I don't know, the perils of being on the same team that you're casting for. We couldn't find a third, so it looked like I was going to cast, but the third for the Apex Legends teams did join. So I'm just going to be casting normally from now on, which means I can kind of zoom around the map looking for, you know, different fights going on, different players doing wacky things, etc., etc. I don't know why we keep on calling people good boys in the chat. But yeah. Anyway, sorry about that, all that, y'all. It will not happen again. Unless it does. I really hope it doesn't. Also, Stale AF says, Glaze SNHU, we paid $200 per glaze. You know, I ate a glazed donut yesterday. That is my response. I do need the money. I do need to be able to afford to go to CC next year. I need to afford my study abroad classes. I need to afford a car. There's so many things I need to afford and that I need money for. Oh, there's also rent for next year, but that should be okay. I don't know, bro. There's, you know, there's money. But hey, something about how money isn't everything. I don't really know. Something about that, I guess. Yeah. Money isn't everything, guys. Like, I probably shouldn't be going abroad since, you know, like, I can't really afford it. But at the end of the day, it's going to be an experience that I'll never forget. And so I think that makes it worth it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Well, enough about my financial situation. It's time to play some Apex once we finally hard start, which I mean, we're waiting. We are waiting. We are waiting indeed. There's a lot of 6-7s in the match chat. I remember when I was in person playing SCAC. Oh, looks like we're starting. I believe it's World's Edge first into E District next. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see where everyone's drop POIs are. We can't open the map yet, but when we do, oh, and also we gotta pray for no restarts, pray for no crashes, pray that everyone connects. Honestly, we should be missing 4 players if I remember right. There could be a duo. So hopefully this is everyone. But yeah, you know, just to check, SNHU did very well the last time I casted. Let's see if that counts as a glaze. Let's see if that counts as the requisite amount of positive coverage of SNHU that is requisite in order to receive my $200. Because, I mean, look, I mean, I don't know. If I glaze like 1,000 times, that's like a car right there or something. I don't know. Like, not like a car SMG, like a automobile. For myself, that's like a Subaru Outback. Well, no, Subaru Outbacks are more expensive, but still. Yeah. Anyway, I feel like once I start talking about my financial situation, it is hard to stop because it's like, man, I'm shopping for a car and it's hard because car shopping's hard. Anyway, we are expecting, or at least I'm expecting, a Valkyrie ban during game 1, just because of how strong Valkyrie is after her buffs. We're seeing a lot of alters picked though as well, for just pretty like spread out. But I mean, there is a very strong amount of Valkyries, especially with the Q buffs, the jetpack buffs. It's just so insane. But yeah. So there are actually 2 open POIs right next to each other in Landslide and Countdown. CSU Green and actually Charlotte Niners should have like strong contesting here. US Ask. Also, they got Survey Camp, which isn't exactly a great POI. They might be rotating into Skyhook here, so we might be looking at some early conflict in this kind of early corner of the map. And then meanwhile, over here, there's obviously like 6 teams in very close proximity to one another. So yeah, and then South Arc Apex, meanwhile, they got the Vaults, and then CU Academy got Fragment never eat soggy water. They got Frogman East. I'm so smart. I'm so good. I'm definitely. I'm just gonna stop talking. Anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna actually. Okay, there we go. Fly away from that Valkyrie, and now we can just kind of zoom around the map while we wait for things to happen, which might not happen for a bit. Colorado College, it looks like 2 members of Charlotte and Niners, or at least 1 member, is kind of doing trials, while the other 2 loot kind of fragment west. And Colorado College Tigers is just spreading out to, you know, gather as much loot as possible. Down here, it looks like UGA and UCSD haven't exactly encountered each other just yet, but this is definitely the closest teams that are closest together geographically. However, ILST is pushing very early into Overlook as I fly beneath the map while I'm distracted. Already has the overflow battery amp, but they are definitely looking for an early fight here. They've grabbed a couple guns and they seem to just kind of be going in after that. MST Green has spotted these people out. Meanwhile, it looks like ILST has spotted an isolated target on MST and is looking for the kill here. Trying to find the scan. Going to take a decent chunk of damage here. Hard scope, ADSing with the Mozambique. This is a very, very messy fight as of right now. But however, ILST has managed to find 1 knock and a second Mozambique. And it looks like from here, MST is just kind of looking to move out. Where's the second member of MST? Oh wait, it's a duo.
I got an upgrade.
I didn't even realize that. Barton Bulldogs is actually pulling up from behind. UCSD Navy is going to rotate through, like through the vault area. Meanwhile, Colorado College Tigers, Charlotte Niners not exactly contesting each other. Where Arkansas State did manage to find 1 knock onto NMSU Crimson. That is a free kill point right there. UJ Red is moving up into Geyser here in direct conflict with South Arc Apex. They do have the crypto comp running double recon here, and it looks like ILSD is also just they are hard chasing this solo Valkyrie who is going to ult. Can probably get out here. Does have purple somehow. That's honestly kind of crazy. Is going to. It looks to be flying right over UGA Red's heads right now though. Could. Oh my gosh. Maybe not great. Meanwhile, UCF Rising is seems to be running into direct conflict with Northwestern. However, Northwestern only has 2 players, are not looking to fight right now. That is for sure. Meanwhile, Sioux Academy is kind of poking at SNHU Club Esports as well. Colorado College Tigers is taking their time looting meanwhile. UCSD Navy seems to be going for the vault here. Yeah, have opened it, are looting it. The experience trumps money. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, like, it's just, so, specifically with me, okay, wait, hold on. Let's see how these guys, how this flying pans out. SNHU is also, like, they've, oh my god, they've totally spotted this team out. Oh my goodness, this got jump scared. Oh, this is a full fight that's brewing right here. Maggie Ultimate's going to come out, as well as various different Maggie utility. That is going to be an early knock. Oh my gosh, 2 early knocks onto SNHU. And SNHU, you know, it was a good attempt. Can I get the 200 bucks? Anyway, oh, shooting bodies. Okay, that's not great, but that first blood is going to be taken onto SNHU. just kind of getting spotted out and flanked and being shot from those windows. That's pretty brutal. Meanwhile, it just looks like a bunch of teams are kind of making their final rotates into zone here. Arkansas is going to be trying to like just get some free damage onto GCU there because they know that staging isn't fully in zone. I mean, it's round 1, so no one's really in trouble, but still. Northwestern Purple, meanwhile, over here, is like a bunch of teams have found buildings in Fragment and are just kind of fighting from there. Meanwhile, St. Clair is trying to slowly sneak past Winthrop Gold, though. They don't really have that great of a position if you look here. I mean, they have to rotate through this very open stretch right here in order to get past Winthrop, who are still holding this building. And then meanwhile, South Arc and ILST are fighting pretty hard.
Keeping an eye on this place.
Oh, wow. South Arc is completely surrounded here, actually. It is also getting kind of run down. Oh my gosh, they didn't expect one player to be lurking, though. However, one player is still going to be knocked. However, they're going to trade one of those knocks back and start the res. Going to completely eliminate, hold on, what is that team? ILST. And US Ask was also eliminated by Colorado College in the background here. However, Colorado College is still fighting with CSU. Their players are very low. Bad Bennett flanking with 1 HP left. Little bit of an aggressive play there. It doesn't look like Colorado College is in the greatest place right now. Big Fat Toad is going to slide away. Damage, the healing over time effect already canceled and is going to be found and killed by CSU Green. A little bit of a dicey position there, just because, I mean, if you look at that, it looks like, to an extent, why is the camera so slow? I don't know, but just you're trying to play behind this wall, and it's a little bit difficult, especially because CSU just kind of sprayed it down. We weren't exactly watching it, didn't really know the full context, but anyway, St. Clair over here is now in a fight with South Arc. Not hitting a ton of bow shots, actually hitting a ton of bow shots, gets the knock, 3 in a row. Manages to find 1 knock onto South Arc despite missing a player. I feel like that those bow shots even aren't even being fully drawn there. South Arc actually has 2 down. You know, they really got to get out of here. NMSU Crimson, meanwhile, has spotted out Charlotte Niners, who is a duo, and are just trying to find some free damage where they can. They've also noticed that GCU Esports has moved into another building in like Monument North area. Other than that, CSU Green does have 1 player knocked, having been caught out by Arkansas State, who's now pushing in. Arkansas State does have a lot of loot here, with a strong amount of kills as well, or just 1. That's better than 0, but has upgrades, has amps, etc., etc. Has very good loot. It looks like CSU Green, if they can manage to get the Sparrow back here, they could go for a res, but they also might just need to leave, to be honest. Especially after the second player there gets knocked. Probably just gonna have to just like try and rotate out as best as possible, or just hide. That works too. If you pull this off, I will be impressed. But yeah. Meanwhile, there's the duo from Northwest Purple is going to move out. Arkansas State is going to spot out CSU Green and eliminate them. It was probably the res sound effect that gave you away, CSU. That is very unfortunate. Northwestern Purple is going to be landing on a building very close to the other duo. NYU Violet Phantom, who is a solo, is going to camp just outside of ring, playing this like very, very, very dirty rat spot, to be honest. But hey, if it works, it works. There's only 14 squads left. CU Academy has noticed a death box and is going to loot it. Is aware of Arkansas State being in this choke because they were exchanging some marksman shots earlier. UCSD Navy is also aware that South Arc has a solo in zone. Oh my gosh. What is going on here? South Arc, if you pull this off, that's crazy. I will remember your name. Don't stop me for. Wow. Flying right over UCSD. They have spotted the solo. They do like just want this free kill here. Can the Pathfinder get out is the real question. Oh, not able to. Yeah, I mean, just like had to kind of run over that open area. Could have maybe tilted a little bit, just like changed the trajectory a little bit, but still very tough position to be in. UGA Red has also found themselves a strong position in zone. Not too many teams have next ring information though. Actually, okay, this is next ring information. This building that NMSU Crimson does have is going to be very, very strong. But yeah, in general, a bunch of teams, with the exception of St. Clair, who lost a bunch of players here, is just kind of they are just kind of looking to rotate into zone more than anything. Yeah, all teams are moving into zone now, with Arkansas State having kind of taken the train station area, which isn't exactly a very good position, and CU Academy is actually landing on top of them. Trying to just like find the flank, find the height to just shoot them down from. Both teams are running caustic though, meaning that pushes are going to be a little bit more annoying. And CU Academy is also running the rampart to make things even weirder. I did not know that you could place. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's the problem with running rampart into theoretical Maggie compositions coming from UCSD Navy, who's just has spotted out these people trying to find the free damage, the free picks if they can. UCSD Navy is a little bit spread out though. Doesn't have crazy sights on this fight. But yeah, Arkansas State has just kind of been like, I don't really know what's going on around us, but hey, we're still alive at least. They have spotted UGA Red, and they are just exchanging fire with them as well. UGA Red, or actually, let's look at CU Academy as kind of the team to watch in this kind of pinched position here. They don't really have any cover outside of this like wall area. Thankfully, neither Arkansas nor UGA have Maggies to kind of contest them there. They do, UGA does have the crypto to kind of disable that. Actually, no, Arkansas does have a Maggie. My bad. Yeah, meanwhile, UCF Rising is in this tough position at the bottom of this, like, of Monument here, kind of beneath the, like, bridge. I always think of it as a bridge, even though it's not a bridge. You know, NYU Phantom is still just kind of chilling. As a solo with 66 damage, I guess he had a triple take shot. A little bit risky going to reveal your position, though. UCSD Navy is also just in a, like, a broadly interesting... Why is my camera so slow? There's definitely a keybind that I'm missing here. I just don't know what it is. Like, as you can see, they're kind of just they're out of zone by like a pretty strong margin. Don't really have a very strong place to get into zone. Definitely when we see the zone, when we see this ring closing, in 40. Oh, it is closing actively right now in 45 seconds. We're going to see a lot of teams being eliminated. UCSD Navy is going to fly in. They are going to spot the solo, trying to land on him, and just get that free kill. Mirage is going to seemingly get out here by popping the ultimates, and UCSD Navy does find this this strong position on the rocks here. Meanwhile, UGA Red is going to kind of take this position in the kind of like trenches here. Did concede one knocked player there, and yeah, UGA Red. Meanwhile, Arkansas State is going to try and fight CU Academy. GCU Esports, it looks like one player missed the Valkyrie ultimate, and so just kind of meanwhile, Winthrop Gold is in an active fight with UCF right here. Going to accidentally block off that down player. Oh my god, going to do it again. Okay, UCF Rising, meanwhile, is going to push out his 3, find the second knock onto this team. Rising going to try and glide over the action, glide away, but is actually instead being shot at by so many different teams. Just going to attempt to just rat here, especially since CU Academy is now fighting UCF Rising, which is a full team. CU Academy on the other hand is but a solo. Only has one player left after getting, it looks like, chunked out by Arkansas State. Winthrop Gold still has that solo player hiding in the trenches right here. And NYU Violet Phantom is also still alive. Just like by the skin of his teeth, no one's looking at him right now. Just the solo Mirage blending in with the rocks, theoretically speaking. However, Charlotte Niners, that is a Valkyrie, is going to spot out the solo. Anyway, it is now NMSU Crimson that is moving in onto Arkansas State. Going to find like not even a single knock, and instead going to lose 3 players there to Arkansas State, who are going to defend this position on the train station with their lives. Meanwhile, GCU Esports is kind of caught in this closing zone, trying to rotate as UCSD Navy contests them. Able to get a little bit of damage, able to find the knock onto the Valkyrie there. Going to move in. That is a very, very ballsy res Caustic, but it might be necessary as well because NYU Violent Phantoms was unfortunately eliminated as well, and UCF was also killed, just also trying to push into zone here. I thought it was the last zone that would be, you know, the big decider, but it is this zone instead. Charlotte Niners, the one solo is kind of hiding here, trying to pop a battery, is barely in zone. UGA Red here is the other full team to watch right now. Kind of still trying to loot, still kind of playing this rock right now. My camera is so unbelievably slow, trying to fire at the solo Charlotte Niners. UCSD Navy, meanwhile, has lost one of their team players to zone, is also getting actively gassed by what appears to be a Caustic ultimate. Yeah, they are very, very close to being dead here. Going to die to a bow shot. The Maggie is going to stubbornly cling to life, going to try to pop a battery thanks to the shield there. Caustic is going to try to pop the Ultic Cell as well to get it back. That was the Caustic ultimate from Arkansas State there. What happened to the one player who went to, oh, he was just flying. I saw the player that was like on top, and I was like, what is going on? UCSD Caustic unfortunately going to die on the part of UCSD Navy. Might try to grab the beacon. Oh my goodness, what is this? Not in my Apex Legends game. Surely not. That might have been a in play, but UCSD Navy is still in it, at least for now. UGA Red, meanwhile, does have the closest position to the center of zone right now. They can just afford to play this, wait for Arkansas State to move. They do have a very defensive comp. They have 3 ultimates online. Actually, I can't actually tell if Crypto has ultimate, but I'm going to assume the answer is yes. Oh my goodness. Still alive, barely clinging to life, going to fall. However, the Valkyrie is still alive. Just placed somehow is just going to try and fly above the action, stall for as long as possible as Arkansas State take it to UGA Red. 1 on UGA Red is going to fall very quickly. 2 are going to fall to the Maggie ultimate. 2 flanks off of that push. There's just 1 player left. Goon Kaz, if you will. UCSD Navy is still in this just barely. Going to find 1 knock. Can they find a second? Can they find more? It is a 1v2 scenario here. It does have the health disadvantage. It is a 1v1 scenario here. Might be able to pull this off. Might be able to pull off this clutch. That'd be absolutely insane. However, he's getting gassed to hell and back. Taking a lot of damage. He's going to try to fly over the action and is going to fly into zone. And that will be the final deciding factor. Taking UCSD out of the match and giving Arkansas State the first win of this series. Very, very close. Very, very well played by all teams involved. I really like that Caustic skin and the Maggie skin. Maggie skin reminds me of World of Warcraft. Yeah, what a game. What a game. The crazy res into getting second place and almost getting first place there. But I mean, that kind of shows you the just oppressive nature of Caustic. Just like in lobbies like these. Okay, but let's see if these stats have not been updated just yet on the overstat page. What was that ending? I know, right? So if we look at the match summary, Arkansas State is going to place first with 15 kills, which is a ton. UCSD Navy placing second with 3 kills. UGA Red with 4. Charlotte Niners with 3. Well, you guys can read. But yeah, Charlotte Niners or I'm sorry, NMSU Crimson and Arkansas State have what appears to be the most kills. Starthok also managed to get 5, which is very impressive, but the 14th place is definitely going to hurt them quite a bit. But yeah. Let's see if the standings on Overstat have been updated. Dude, the problem is that whenever I reload the page, it like, if you know, you know, like all of the leaves at the bottom get reset, and so like all of the potential leaves raked are just gone, you know. I don't know, but yeah, and a singular frog from NYU placing very highly there, actually placing 6th with 0 kills, which is pretty crazy. That's better than a full team. That's better than several full teams, actually. But yeah. Cigar Lounge Gaming says the experience trumps money. Yeah, 100%. I was talking about that earlier. So for me, I learned Spanish for about 11 years, and then some things changed my life. Okay, Valkyrie gets banned. If Yuchi had crypto ult, I could see him winning that game. I feel like they did have crypto ult, they just didn't go off. But alas, I mean, I wasn't checking, to be honest. I cannot confirm that information. Costa Gas was 2 OP, yeah. But so I've lost a lot of my Spanish vocabulary, a lot of my grammar. I'm embarrassed to speak Spanish, which is the big thing, or even let alone write it. And so it's very important to me that like if I have the opportunity to learn Spanish in a Spanish-speaking country, I go for it because I want this language skill. It's important to me. And so I want to just do what I can in order to find that. But yeah. And I agree that I think the experience does trump money. I mean, I can make that money back, but I can't make that experience back if you really think about it. And, you know, when making some, you know, big decisions, you just got to think like, will I regret making this decision in the future? And I feel like I'm probably not going to regret going abroad if I get into the programs, obviously. But yeah. All right, well, enough self-glazing for my own Clash Royale. As you can see, my I talk a lot when I'm casting, so and so I do need to like just drink some water so that my voice doesn't go hoarse on myself, especially because I'm going to be casting for the next, let's see what time it is. It is almost 2, so I'll be casting for the next 4 hours. So yeah, I'm going to just... Okay. I'm not even going to comment on what's going on. All right, guys. You know what they say? You either hydrate or you dehydrate. So, yeah, I'm doing the former rather than the latter, if that makes sense. But yeah, game 2 on World's Edge. Let me quickly kind of unfocus from Apex for a second. All right, so the overset has updated. You can actually focus on that for a hot second. Yeah, Arkansas State is kind of unsurprisingly in first. These placements, for the most part, mirror their mirror the like actual like standings and placements from the initial game. However, you'll notice that based off of kills, certain teams have kind of placed higher or lower. But we're gonna get back to the game since obviously that is, you know, still active. So I need to like figure out the camera settings, like, and why specifically the camera is so slow. Let's look together. Toggle free cam. Okay, I don't know what I did. What is smooth cam? Okay, it's you mouse pad up or mouse pad down. Oh my god, it's fast. Whoa! 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 Dude, I feel like... Dude, I'm a movement player, bro. I'm a movement player. I feel like I'm a hacker, bro. I'm like zipping around the map. Anyway. So it looks like smooth cam is like... It's like your movements are smoother. So you don't just like stop immediately, for example. Anyway, Colorado College Tigers is actually getting rotated on very early by ILST.
Boy, let's move there.
ILST actually looked for a fight earlier as well.
G7
Does Colorado College know that they're getting rotated on is the question. Because they are sending a single player...
Care package over there.
Oh, getting shot at. They know now. Going to attempt to zipline across here. Did manage to find a knock, actually. If you look at the kill cam. Let's look at Colorado College here, see if they can find anything. Going to definitely look for stuff now that they have that knock. ILSD does still have the down player right now. Going to look to Void Nexus to get out there, try and get the res off. All three are going to be moving into the area on this building over here, I guess you could call it.
Right here. Watching this.
CC is portaling up. Colorado College taking a lot of damage here. Bad man, you gotta hit those. Managed to trade knocks here. They're Colorado College at the numbers advantage right now at the moment. Oh my god, not able to find it there. Missing the first PK shot is brutal. That is going to be the first and it looks like ILST Judge going to find 3 kills in eliminating Colorado College as the first squad to fall on this match.
Extended light mag here. Level 2.
Barton Bulldogs is kind of hiding. They do know that there's a team here looking to play it very, very close and quiet. Going to attempt to leave with the Void Nexus here as well. US Ask Esports has also, that was an interesting little interaction there. Again, there's going to be an altar Void Nexus. We're seeing a lot of altars. That's looking to be the next ban maybe. Arkansas State as well has lost, did lose this fight against apparently against UCSD Navy, and now is just a solo. It doesn't have any banners. Looking to craft maybe. There's no crafter over here though. I'm looking to stay alive, play for placement then. But yeah. Barton Bulldogs is fighting with CSU. CSU does have all three at wall. Barton Bulldogs just kind of has that last solo Mirage, is going to be found out and killed, giving CSU the second full squad wipe of the game. NMSU on the meanwhile is about to run into ILST. Both players seem to there's a guy right there, bro. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was gonna say both teams should recognize that that they're fighting right now. Oh wow, that is a very ballsy engage. Going to kind of get away with it, and actually it's going to get sniped by a third team over there with the charge rifle. US Ask going to get a free kill onto this. ILSD, however, is kind of cleaning up NMSD Crimson here. Yeah, no, that altar is going to queue right into two people there and just going to die very, very quickly. And so ILSD is going to pick up their second squad wipe of the match. I'm doing pretty well so far. I've actually found I've been following every fight that's been going on right as of yet. Charlotte Niners does have a full squad of 3 back, and GCU Esports is looking, and they are looking for their next prey to be GCU Esports. GCU Esports does have the opportunity to heal up, and Charlotte Niners is also obviously in zone, taking a lot of damage from that. And SNHU, on the meantime, is also looking to move up onto GCU and just see if they can pick up these kills as well, assuming that they're a little bit low, that they might not have fully healed up yet. They're going to find a lot of damage as well. There's also a skirmish fighting forming over here with Winthrop and UGA looking at each other. But for now, let's look at this fight over here. GCU hasn't lost any players yet. Charlotte Niners is kind of looking to rotate on the very edge of zone, but GCU Esports is super pinched right now. Going to pop the castle wall, trying to avoid trying to just prevent as much damage as possible. And it looks like Charlotte Niners has placed a portal and is trying to just look to get behind GCU Esports, placing them in a very, very difficult position. GCU Esports has lost one member. A second member is at 1 HP. And the question is now, can the altar get away? Finds a lot of damage onto Mad Maggie there. SNHU, meanwhile, has rotated all the way around this rock formation and has found one knock onto Charlotte Niners, looking for more kills. It seems like they might be satisfied with the one pick that they were able to get though, that one extra point. Yeah, UGA Red is fighting with Winthrop Gold, who has lost a player. Northwestern Purple, a duo, is also coming in on this. Another duo in MSTs is also looking to fight this. The Crypto Alt is going to come out and find a nice kill, or a nice knock onto MST Double Dub Hutch, if you will. But yeah, ILST meanwhile is flying through zone. They might have a vault key, and that might be why they're looking to kind of rotate so aggressively through here. It does look like they have a vault key, trying to find that extra loot. Probably going to rotate in through this direction. Coming up next. Yeah, meanwhile, Arkansas State did manage to find a triple respawn. 2 of its players only have blue shields, however. Charlotte Niners on the meanwhile are rotating through zone again, have a very, very far distance to go. Do they have the portal available? They do have the portal available to speed things up theoretically if they want to invest that resource as well. Winthrop, meanwhile, are kind of fighting the same player's gold. Winthrop's going to be able to find 1 kill. This is all from from basically one player as well. It is, however, they're not getting shot by SNHU Club Esports, who are trying to get in on this fight, maybe find some kills, find some points as well. Going to greed for this care package. Damn. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Arkansas State is kind of cornered here. They're about to run into South Arc Apex. I'm not sure if they're aware that there's a team on the other side of this door. There's also a random Arkansas State member who's all the way over here. It's the altar. I'm not really sure what's going on. They are aware. They have placed some caustic traps there. But yeah. ILST Redbirds is now going to be rotating onto like the onto part of Big Mon, and meanwhile the solos are just going to kind of, you know, run away, do what they can. It doesn't actually look like USS found that kill onto the team that was Tree, but they've rotated like really far. They rotated like across the map. Anyway, but USS has run into another team here with MST Green. Oh my god, MST Green is actually in a very bad position here, getting shot by Northwestern and CU Academy at the same time. Meanwhile, Winthrop has not been able to find the kills onto St. Clair's. They managed to find one, but St. Clair's is still very much pulled up inside of that building. SNHU is also just kind of looking to just poke at the various teams around the map. Charlotte Niners has managed to find the third respawn and has invested the portal. And so it's back to a full team. In a little bit of a dicey position, though. You might notice that... I gotta like kind of slow it down a little bit. Oh, does have another portal actually already. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, this is a better. Yeah, this is a better camera speed. But like, yeah, I was gonna. Okay, sorry about that. Technical difficulties. Winthrop is going to be hard pushing into this though. Going to find a lot of damage onto that caustic. Going to find the full kill onto that team. And it looks like the third member of Winthrop should be able to get rezzed here as well for free. However, SNHU is going to look to move in. However, Northwestern Purple has rotated all the way around Geyser here, also being shot at by SNHU. Both in these kind of very dicey positions, like very barely in zone. SNHU is looking to go on this team more than Winthrop, just giving Winthrop a chance to reset as they look at UGA, who's set up kind of on this like hillish area over here.
Let's go here.
ILST has also seemingly spotted CU Academy, who are kind of in this like low ground position here, just like a little bit of a difficult place to be, but yeah. Charlotte Niners have actually moved in and taken the building that SNHU was formerly in. SNHU has lost one member to the Charlotte Niners, looking to kind of retake, maybe see if they can grab that banner. Going to go for a res denial. Oh my gosh, wait. Not able to find the PK shot. Just kind of got turned around there a little bit. However, it's going to be a 1v1 now, but Charlotte Niners will be able to find the 1v1 win and go for the double res. Northwestern Purple, meanwhile, has managed to find this building and is just going to try and spray into the building that Winthrop has, because Winthrop is kind of concentrated on various different teams right now, just trying to find damage more than anything, deplete meds, stuff like that. South Arc Apex, meanwhile, is pushing very aggressively into this building, but is going to fall the building, or they're not even pushing into the building, or maybe they were. Was that where UCF Rising was? I'm not entirely sure. But yeah. They have managed to claim this crucial building in zone. However, ILST Redbirds is going to move in directly afterwards. It is only the lifeline that is going to be left. It does not look like that ILST has managed to find any of the remaining players from South Arc just yet. However, South Arc has found this like very nice little ratty position that they are looking to play from here. CU Academy, meanwhile, is faced with the challenge of getting into zone while being like adjacent to UCSD Navy. Yeah, I mean, that Rampart there especially, very, very stuck. Also going to be held by various other teams that are watching them. UCSD Navy, meanwhile, is just kind of, yeah, they are going to be able to find three different teams actually find CU Academy there. With ILSD looking to make a strong play onto UCSD as well. Northwestern has claimed the building. Charlotte Niners has claimed the building. Arkansas looks to be playing under bridge, which is a decent position in this final zone, and they have altered in order to get back up. NYU Violent Phantom is just kind of, you know, chilling. 9 squads left. I believe he got 5th last time, 6th place maybe. Perhaps looking to hold there as well. Okay, UGA Red is also kind of, has moved up, playing this hillside here. Does have a lot of resources available outside of the, well actually no, only has 1 ultimate available. Doesn't have the EMP, doesn't have the Watson Pylon, which isn't great. Charlotte Niners has spotted out the ILST Redbirds, who are kind of trying to rotate underneath, trying to get into zone, it looks like. UCSD Navy, meanwhile, okay, that was a kind of a weird, is going to be being rotated on very aggressively by ILST, with multiple players kind of clipping in here. Might look for the res, but the gas is also very, very strong right now. They are definitely being placed on the defensive here. That altar is going to just teleport in, find a lot of damage, find 1 knock, find 2, and UCSD is going to eliminate ILSD Redbirds there. However, UCSD Navy is now faced with the task of making it to zone in one piece. It looks like in general they managed to find a little bit of space. However, Arkansas State is going to move in and find at least a little bit of kills. However, not all of Arkansas State will escape in one piece. They are going to try and rescue the downed player. However, it's not going to come through in time. UGA Red, who's now playing underneath, has 1 player knocked as well. Charlotte Niners are actually in a very strong place to win this. Are all full health, have a lot of range. Winthrop Gold, meanwhile, is relatively low on resources. Meanwhile, Northwestern Purple is looking to deal a lot of damage. Going to find 1 kill. Going to find 2 actually. Going to find 2 knocks. I'm sorry, onto Winthrop. It looked, as far as I can tell. Charlotte Niners is poking at players who are at the top and the bottom of this bridge. UGA Red is playing positionally very well though. However, Charlotte Niners is moving in for the kill, trying to find the last kill here. Not able to find it actually, oh my gosh. However, UGA Red is going to be eliminated by the other players on Charlotte Niners. However, Charlotte Niners does not have a crystal clear opportunity of how they're going to get back to res their fallen teammate here. Winthrop Gold has 1 player that needs to be revived, 1 player that's actively respawning. However, that res is not going to be able to pull it off. In any other situation, maybe, but zone is already closing, and it's just not going to be possible. Northwestern Purple is also going to have to start to move. They have to start getting into the middle of zone here. Charlotte Niners were able to pull off the res and are starting to regroup in order to also make their push towards the center of zone. Northwestern Purple seems to be making their initial defense against Charlotte Niners. Meanwhile, Arkansas State has lost a lot of HP. However, they are now they're now also in like a decent place to start fighting for the final zone. Charlotte Niners is going to eliminate Northwestern, and they are going to lose a player in that fight, and also because of Arkansas State push. However, it is a 2v3 scenario, a lot of gas on the field. It is just Golfy remaining, and Arkansas State is going to pull through and win the second match there. Wow, what a game. That was a little bit more clear cut and just kind of textbook than the previous one. But I mean, if you look here, just Arkansas State is actually where they're still playing the same comp. Alter is 100% getting banned, if not Maggie actually, because there's a lot of Maggies as well. But it's got to be Alter, right? I mean, you'd think so. just because of the like sheer like volume of people playing altar there, or at least that I noticed. No, it was actually Rampart that got banned. Rampart was the most played legend in the last match. Alright, I gotta refill my water bottle. I was talking again. Golfy Y. Oh wow, we just happened to be following Singular Frog over here, who landed Mirage at Trois as well. Oh, lovely. You know, Color College is landing in Fragment East. Going to move up quickly, taking a lot of space here. Wonder what they're looking for. Meanwhile, this bottom quadrant of the map is, as always, pretty populated. However, Big Mon is untaken.
On your guard. Got a buster there.
Yeah, it looks like they're going for ring console. Now they're just looking to back up now that they have second ring information, know where they need to rotate, which should be this kind of these like small choke points here. So I really hope it's not another like lava siphon zone. I hope it kind of goes over here. Like, but still, it's gonna be really. It might be like a lava siphon main, but just a repeat of last game just feels bad. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Attention. Evo harvesters are online.
We should mosey on over there.
Well, still not too much going on right now. Actually, GCU is fighting with the ILST Redbirds, who, as always, are looking to make early plays. Oh no. Oh no.
Got my ultimate charge.
I'm not gonna survive this. Yeah, no way. UC Esports is gonna run away. I mean, ILSD lost a lot of health there, but it's kind of all for naught. Still looking for the chase, it looks like. Anyway, Northwestern as well has run into Winthrop.
Got my ultimate ready.
Who is running? Winthrop's running Vantage. That's interesting. Oh, I'm a Vantage fan. Winthrop is getting hard pushed by this team though. He's missed so many shots. It's just one player left and is going to be caught out and died. Killed by a duo in a 2v3 scenario here. SNHU meanwhile is rotating in very, very close. Going to pop the ultimates. Position has been revealed. Lots of nades coming out here. An absolute like metric ton of nades. Sarthak is at the disadvantage just for the moment. Able to find a knock. Oh, not able to find a knock, but like very, very close to be able to find it. Wow, wait, hold on. It's a 1v1. Oh, and it looks like South Arc is going to fall. SNHU going to take that. Thing is, it was a 2v3 because SNHE wasn't even fully there. Or no, they portal. They portaled away, and then the portal expired. It looks like Colorado College Tigers moving into Vault here, kind of slowly going towards Geyser as well. About to run into MST Green. Arkansas State is also here. Still have Grays. MST meanwhile has lost a lot of health to Arkansas State. The Charlotte Niners are also fighting in close. With UCF rising.
Ring console there.
Just noticed a knock from Colorado College's side here. Looks like they're trying to rotate up here. MST Green is going to get cooked, pinned between those two teams. Colorado College is going to find a lot of damage with that grenade here. Going to find a knock onto Arkansas State. However, going to have to push back a little bit here. One player is going to be knocked already. Going to throw in a grenade, trying to deal a lot of damage, especially with the caustic. Rez is going to come through. Meanwhile, Arkansas State has not been able to find the res just yet. However, it looks like they will be able to as both teams look to reset here. Especially because NMSU Crimson has been looking in, firing shots, trying to get stuff here. However, the oh my god, wait, this is a absolutely insane Void Nexus. That's be right on the edge for sure. NMSU Crimson is actually going to go follow the those Void Nexus rifts, it looks like. Wow, very interesting. That is a really just an edge of Void Nexus range, it looks like. Meanwhile, the Charlotte Niners and UCF are still fighting. Still look like to be fully mobile. Doesn't have any players knocked. They're just kind of like one team is on one level, the other team is on the other. NYU Violet Phantom is going to be just kind of, oh my god, it has been spotted out by UGA, which is going to be rotating slowly. ILSD is being very slow on the movement here, despite there being no players on this side. Yes, it is. Yeah, sure.
That way. Come on.
Northwestern Purple is running at SNHU Esports, which has lost a lot of health here. However, Northwestern is also going to lose basically all of their shields, but they still have SNHU on the run.
We're planning an airstrike, I see.
Yeah, pretty much. This is just that we know what's going on around the map. NMSU Crimson looks to have abandoned the Arkansas State that they were following in favor of UCF Rising. Are going to find a knock into that small building there, although they don't really have the resources outside of Stinger to push in there, and Stinger's already been committed in the earlier fight. So they're just going to kind of take the knock, I guess. I guess they also don't really have too many nades to throw in as well. Charlotte Niners, meanwhile, still has the upper floor of this North Lava Siphon building. Meanwhile, the CU Academy has spotted out the Barton Bulldogs. They're just kind of rotating out in the open there. Not going to be able to find any knocks. Actually, wait. Going to get a lot of damage, though. Are going to be airstriked off, at least for now. Who got knocked in the kill feed? Kind of hard to tell. But yeah, CU Academy is going to be pushing in as Barton Bulldogs is going to fall back. Doesn't have any players knocked just yet. But CU Academy is honestly kind of just happy to take this building, at least for now. Meanwhile, Colorado College is rotating back into Big Mod. Might have been spotted by Arkansas State, actually. Has been spotted by Arkansas State. You know, Colorado College is playing very slow. Has been spotted out as well. That one going to be taking a lot of damage. And also, Big Fat Toad is a little bit cut off. Sliding in, going to find a decent amount of damage. Going to find a knock. Going to find oh my god, a lot of damage in, like, just broadly. Going to swing in. Both players are going to from SNHU are going to look, or I'm sorry, from Arkansas State are going to look to take Void Nexus and get out there. However, Colorado College is going to secure the knock, earning themselves a point. Northwestern, meanwhile, is looking to rotate into zone. However, they are being held by SNHU, who are going to find a lot of damage onto this duo team. So SNHU does have the numbers advantage here. UCF Rising does have the Mythic Ben. It's in a terrible position, but... And then NYU Violent Phantom is still surviving, is still ratting like a champ.
Well, Arkansas and College or CC are back. Or no, they're just nearby.
Yeah, so...
Are we hiding?
So the Altar is looking to attempt to recover the banner.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Meanwhile, Colorado College is trying to look behind. Might be able to spot out SNHU as they rotate in. Yeah, is going to be able to do it. That is 3 players though. John Video Game is at like a very low HP value. Colorado College is quickly going to fall back and provide support though. Need to play this carefully though. They've lost a lot of health here.
Target spotted.
Not exactly vulnerable to being pushed from behind.
Bad Bandit down.
Bad Bandit is going to be knocked, and it looks like SNHU will be pushing off of this as well. It looks we're going for the res. However, it's still very, very dicey as to whether we can succeed in this. There's going to be a player on top, it looks like. Oh no.
2 down.
Yeah, 2 down from part of Colorado College. And yeah, is going to be flanked from behind and taken up by SNHU. Meanwhile, the Redbirds are pushing into UGA's position here. Redbirds are in this series so far have been known for their very aggressive plays, and it looks like they haven't stopped yet. Gonna be investing a lot into this fight actually. Looks like UGA Red is playing the topmost position here. ILSD is just like spraying in, trying to find what they can. They have managed to find 1 knock, looking for more. One player left, and they do manage to find the squad wipe there. NYU Violent Phantoms, meanwhile, is a solo Mirage who...
Getting chased down by Arkansas, it seems.
Yeah,
about to run into Redbirds.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stay alive for now, trying to leverage the invisibility. Using healing items does make noise, though. So could still be detected. Meanwhile, Barton Bulldogs is about to run into the SNHU esports team. Art is going to throw a caustic ultimate that's going to go a little bit wide. However, the Bangler ultimate is going to force SNHU to push back out of zone, actually. just putting them in a very, very bad position to push in. Barton Bulldogs, meanwhile, is going to be moving in thanks to the Bloodhound ultimate and other utility. It looks like SNHU is going to be dropping, which could put them in an advantageous or disadvantageous position, depending on how you look at it. Especially because Barton Bulldogs is now being looked at by various other teams, taking a lot of fire just from teams in this general area. But yeah, in general also, it looks like Arkansas is has also spotted out SNHU, who's now just trying to rotate in. And then meanwhile, NMSU Crimson, yeah, no, they are super pinched right now. And it looks like they're just going to try to rat if they can. They do still have all 3 members still alive though, which is a plus. Other than that, NYU Violet Phantom has managed to just kind of
stayed there. And no one got him.
Is still alive. Still. UCF Rising is also going to go for a very ballsy rotate through the lava to get to this middle building, which is going to be very hotly contested moving in. Sioux Academy is also going to be using a, was that a Void Nexus or was that a portal? Could have been, well, it was a portal. To
Navy is here.
Yeah, again, and then UCSD Navy is going to spot this team rotating in. It's not really going to matter too much. Sioux Academy is still going to be able to take this space going into the middle room here. However, they are very low. If St. Clair were to pounce on them from height here, that could be very bad. But there are so many teams in this very small position. Meanwhile, SNHU is now in the same building as Charlotte Niners, trying to look to move into there as well. Arkansas State has also spotted out Barton Bulldogs, who are just kind of still chilling at the top of the bridge. However, Zone is closing in and they have lost a player already. Don't have a support res for the fast res as well. Taking, oh my gosh, going to be fully killed there, giving Arkansas State a point, but also more importantly, denying the res there. Charlotte Niners is going to portal just to try and get out of the building, go for a rotate, going to opt to take the portal back. Well,
one of them is heading back.
Maybe some slight miscommunication there. It looks like Charlotte Niners in general, very risky play since they are pushing out of zone, are going to spot out. Oh my gosh, nice spray there. Trying to find the Barton Bulldogs as they rotate into zone. Going to also spot out Arkansas State there. Find a knock. Arkansas State is looking to probably rat for the last one there, but it's going to be taken out. Arkansas State, the champion from the last 2 matches, is going to be killed on the edge of zone. Oh wow, had a Craver too.
Really good.
Yeah, I mean, also just great like R9 sprays there. It is now the Redbirds who are pushing into this incredibly chaotic mess
that's like
of whatever is going on in there. SNHU Club Esports, which has in the past performed super well with
another one of them down.
with 7 total kills at the very least, is now in like a very bad spot at the top of this kind of
one knocked, one dead. One
knocked, one dead, stuck behind enemy fences that he can't break.
Oh wow, that's.
And so if these teams were to notice the solo Wraith hiding in there, very well could
pretty much a free kill.
Yeah, it would be a free kill, and just like free placement points, free kill points as well. They don't know.
Are they gonna see?
They don't know. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Man, it's just trying to one.
Wow.
Can he maybe press Q? Oh, the Wraith is gonna press Q. Man, it's just barely escape.
Incredible.
Oh my gosh.
That was crazy.
Wow. I did not think he would go for that, to be honest. Hasn't even been spotted by this other team that is down here as well. That's crazy. Wait, hold on. Yeah, that is absolutely insane. Just barely managed to get out with his life. And there's another team directly in front of him as well. UCSD Navy, or UCF Rising is just, I don't think they've even noticed that the Wraith is there. Meanwhile, the Solo Mirage is has fallen. ILST meanwhile is looking to hold both teams as they push out. They have a lot of very strong utility with the Maggie Ball, with the caustic gas. However, one of their players has been knocked, but they have done a lot of damage conversely onto, oh my gosh. And then SNHU is going to fall here. Redbirds is still alive. UCF Rising has lost 1 player to zone damage because of still has the full HP there, but it's going to be, oh man, attempts to a Newcastle res to get out there is going to be taken out by NMSU Crimson, which seems to have picked up a lot of kills there. There's now only 2 left. One of them being CU Academy is going to be kidnapped by the portal. Actually, is going to Stinger to counter that, but is going to be
Down,
knocked.
yeah.
NMSU Crimson down with the player disadvantage. However, is still going to find Charlotte Academy there. NMSU Crimson is the new champion of the 3rd and final match on World's Edge. That was a pretty crazy game, especially Arkansas State getting eliminated so relatively early there, because they were the favorites to win in terms of placements. But yeah, checking. Checking the stats
State's
here.
still winning.
Yeah, Arkansas State has its overall placement has not budged, but NMSU Crimson
up by 6.
Yeah, up by 6.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think especially after, well, they won the match with 8 kills, and so that's definitely going to just shoot them up there.
And SNHU was up by 9. Is that right? Plus 9. Right there.
Oh, yeah, SNHU Club Esports as
Wow,
well.
that's a
yeah, I
big
mean,
leap
they,
for them.
placing 6 with 9 kills is going to get them a lot of points.
Because out of 20, okay, yeah, that's...
Yeah.
And then it's just the biggest. I mean, yeah, not a lot of drops, just a lot of people going way up.
Yeah, Northwestern Purple is a duo that's been placing pretty highly as well. They just generally get to the end game pretty consistently.
Yeah.
Caustic is going to be the 3rd ban as well, which honestly makes sense. I'm kind of surprised to see that we haven't gotten a Alter ban just yet, but Alter is gonna still might be I don't know, the next couple picks, but yeah, Caustic is just so oppressive, just slowing down pushes, especially when teams have to move into zone. And I mean, there's really not too much you can do about the gas, especially even Crypto. You need to preemptively use the ultimate to remove all of those traps and gas utility. But yeah, I think those are the kind of 2 main controllers that are played at the moment, with Horizon kind of being played as an slightly off pick here. But we are moving into E District or actually Storm Point. I'm totally wrong. For the next 3 matches as well. And let's see. We are probably going to be streaming one more match of Apex Legends before switching.
And then switching Valorant.
Yeah, switching Valorant. We will be ending the stream just because.
Title change and all that for VOD stuff?
Yes, one, but also because we are currently on a 5-minute delay.
So we're dropping back to 180?
Yeah, we're going to drop back to 3 minutes because a 5-minute delay sucks.
Yeah.
And a 180-second delay sucks less.
Yeah, it sucks 120 seconds less.
Yeah, it's a whole 2 minutes. It is a big
lot,
difference.
Yeah. No, for sure.
But yeah. And for those of you who are joining the stream from the lobby itself, from other schools, hi, welcome. And a reminder to continue raking your leaves on the Overstat page. It's very important. I am at I'm at 1,354 leaves raked. So
that's a lot.
Yeah.
I feel. Wow. Yeah, that's.
And I don't know, guys. It's that time of the year. It is that time of the year. Yeah, it looks like we are already looking to start our next match. I do like that. In general, these matches we haven't had any restarts compared to last match. And in general, what's the match quality looking like? 5.91. So it's not average.
What is that out of 10? Okay, wait.
Essentially, it's it's
how well everyone's playing, or what?
Or just how cool and unique the matches are.
Oh,
or
interesting.
So I think for example, you see here that there are a couple teams that are just kind of dominating.
Yeah,
Arkansas State
didn't move at all. Yeah,
has 52 points.
Wow.
And 26 kills. And so if there's a couple teams that are really dominating while the rest aren't really doing too well, then it's it's not really the greatest game. But if one team was running the entire lobby, had most of the kills, then the quality score would be lower, for example.
Okay.
So
it's just how interesting kind of the match is.
Yeah, pretty much.
I haven't seen the competitive Apex scene before. I'm realizing now. I've played a little bit of this game with my brother, which is why I remember Pathfinder and Wraith. I think is Wraith in this game. Who knows?
Yep.
Valkyrie. My brother played Valkyrie, and that's kind of all I got.
Yeah, Valkyrie got mega buffed actually.
Really?
And so she was the first ban
Yeah, I saw that. I was wondering. I just remember she could fly, and I think she had missiles or something. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
it's so insane. So her jetpack just got like super buffed to like it was considered broken at her launch
Oh,
state.
yeah, for sure.
And then they buffed her so that her jetpack's now better than it was at her launch state.
Why?
I don't know.
Like more fuel or faster?
Both.
Why? She was already so good for position.
Yeah,
she
and
could
also,
go anywhere.
Also, her Q no longer stuns herself, and it can also be used while she's like in her ultimate when she hits like her ultimate, like she shoots into the air with her team, and then she like flies.
Yeah, you just get to like relaunch essentially.
Yeah,
right?
essentially, and she can use her Q while she's gliding.
Why?
So you can use your missile swarm
So
on
she's
a
a
player and then land on them, kill that player, and it's just a free kill.
So they just made her a fighter jet.
Yeah, she is a dive bomber. Like
That's
she is a
so
literal
dumb.
bird
That's
of
great.
prey. It's
That's
actually
so
insane.
funny.
It is actually insane.
I guess thank God there's bans then, because that'd be
Yeah,
hilarious.
I mean, like I think who else was it? It was also Horizon. Is another character who got like pretty well buffed this season, but like it doesn't really. But like she's just kind of in a place where she's playable. Valkyrie is like really like oppressively good. ILST is definitely the team to watch right now because they really like to do their aggressive pushes, and also because they landed what is this area called? It's called No Name or Ferrari, I think. As that is how it's popularly known. But they're definitely going to be looking to either move into Wall or to North Pad.
Sorry, I just looked at the buffs. This is insane.
Yeah,
The
it's
jets, there's a speed boost, recharges 3 times faster, upgraded reduced fuel consumption, and improved horizontal speed. Missile swarm, no self-damage, height restriction removed, scans enemies when hit, and puts movement passives on cooldown.
yeah. So
What
that,
even?
I mean, that also means that like the height restriction is like when you were inside buildings, you couldn't use the Valkyrie Q because you need like a vertical clearance to use it. They just took that out. And
I'm guessing that's crazy.
I mean,
So I'm
because of-
guessing that's the reason they took it out is for building stuff, but then that also removes it on her ultimate, right?
Well, I mean, they specifically added it so that you could. So ILSD is moving to North Pad here, first of all. But they specifically removed, like, they just, I don't know. I would expect that they just take off the like ability to use the missile swarm while gliding, just because that is just so broken. And then otherwise,
There's not counterplay to that. You
Otherwise,
just-
the character is probably just like fine.
Yeah,
to be honest,
that's fair.
Because like being able to fly is just it is a okay ability, and like the missile swarm is also just like a pretty good ability.
Better
Going to
without
3,
self-damage.
2,
Wow,
1,
that's
one
crazy.
of the characters off of CU Academy looking to also just seal the deal. That should
The
be
other two are pretty far away. That's not.
that
Oh, in
should
the
be a free
water? What are we
kill.
doing? Oh, that's they got him.
Yeah. So you get points for placement. You get points for every like kill secure that you get.
Gotcha, okay.
And so that is a free point for ILST there. Have also
Looks like
spotted.
they're hunting the other one down.
Yeah, no,
is
they've
the other
also
is the other just running away?
they've spotted out like the low and little Watson who's
On the
trapped
rock.
behind here.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And
What do you do
is,
here?
is going to be knocked as well. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, just buying time for CU Academy, who's just like running through the ocean.
With a sword? That's
Yeah,
awesome.
It's literally the Cloud Sword actually.
Oh my gosh.
It's the Buster Sword. They did a Final Fantasy collab.
Oh, that's
it's
sick.
considered one of the worst heirlooms though because it takes up so much of your screen.
I was gonna say that is that like
Um,
where you would have a knife or something normally?
So yeah, you can have various different like melee accessories. That's not instead of just your fists.
And we chose the largest sword.
Yeah, I mean it does look really cool.
It looks sick. I just feel
mean,
like that's like that is a significant amount of your vision that you are losing.
Yeah, I mean this is another one for example.
Yeah,
It's-
like
it's
that I
a-
get. That's
it's
cool.
like some like nunchucks or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense for the character. A lot of people have qualms about that. But yeah, UGA Red actually did manage to find some kills here. Because as you can see, they did manage to find a squad wipe, or they found 2 kills. However, US Ask is moving up on them, and I don't think UGA Red knows just yet.
Spot an enemy over there.
Yeah.
We deal a little bit of damage, but nothing too much as of yet. Oh wait, Color College Tigers is actually in a fight right now. Have already lost 1 player there. Have recovered the banner though. Just kind of watching and waiting. Trying to stay alive, especially since
let Arkansas and SNH fight.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting involved though.
Going to find 1 kill onto SNHU there. However, going to take a lot of damage as he slides down. They're going to need to heal up. at least a little bit. SNHU is going to look to find the res as well, placing a portal to try and get out of this situation. Going to look to just get out of here more than anything. It looks like going to, yeah, pop the zip line. Yeah, Color College has spotted out where SNHU is playing. However, they are playing into a 2v3 with the shield level disadvantage as well. Yeah. So it looks like they're just going to try to rotate out. Arkansas State, meanwhile, this is just a knocked player in zone, and so
dead, right?
probably just dead unless it is round 1. So they're probably gonna try to collect the banner because the zone damage isn't very high.
Okay.
But yeah, you know, UCF Rising is looking to fight South Arc Apex. They just both seem to just kind of be looking at each other. South Arc has lost a lot of HP.
That was a big
living, just barely living, which is actually well played by them. I don't know. Winthrop is now fighting US Ask, who were not able to find UGA Red. But CU Academy also managed to find all 3 of their reses and is now looking to just kind of take this like space in mill. Oh wait, Color College Tigers is going to be eliminated by SNHU there. Yeah, was just able to track down the two remaining players and take them out. South Arc and UCF are just kind of look to handshake it. Both walk away. And yeah, UGA Red meanwhile is moving through Barometer. Might run into Northwestern Purple eventually. I think they did hit the I don't think they hit the survey beacon actually. Winthrop is now fighting with ILST Redbirds. Winthrop is actually has lost a lot of players, only has level 1 shields as well. With Redbirds just kind of continuing their just like trend of just trying to find as much damage as possible. CU Academy is still kind of they're now behind ILST. And they've also encountered US Ask, who are kind of like stuck in this little corner here between 2 teams. Do have this area under the bridge with a hard cover. They are being looked at by 2 teams. Definitely a tough spot to be in for sure. ILST is going to start to rotate, maybe trying to look to go through bunker here instead of having to rotate through this kind of like death trap of a open area with this like hilly terrain. And the Solo Mirage is still alive and kicking, at least for now.
Go that way.
UCSD Navy is looking to actually move up, maybe trying to look to take height here from Northwestern, who are necessarily watching as of yet. And US Ask is still alive, still clinging to life. And CU Academy is going to look to portal into zone just for the rotate. Winthrop is trying to look for a crafter, it looks like, to craft the remaining banners. Otherwise, there's not too much action going on. St. Clair's has this kind of this like 1 position in Cedo Station here. Being shot to the bow. Wow.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, that player's at probably like 50 HP max. However, they have like traded a lot of damage. Should definitely be going for that res. I don't know why he's not.
Gotta hit the cool shots.
I mean, like,
gotta go for the clip.
It's literally suboptimal because because like the Horizon has support passive, and so not only revives faster, but also revive with like health regen.
Yeah.
And so now, I mean, look how little HP the Sparrow has.
Yeah.
And just like that slight little misplay there. Oh wow, gonna find a lot of damage.
Got one of them down, it seems.
Yeah, that's one. Oh, but is going to be killed there. That's also going to be it's not even going to be the Barton Bulldogs who are watching them from this height position in Cedo Station. It's going to be ILSD who just kind of like walked along the edge here, just eventually found them. Arkansas State is now also kind of in this corner area just outside of zone, looking for a safe rotate option for sure.
Here. Anyone up for a ride?
Yeah, the Trident's got reworked too.
Okay, target landed near me.
Winthrop is just getting like hard chased this entire game. is also phase tearing directly into another team.
Yeah,
very,
that'll
very
do.
unlucky. You had no way of knowing that that
Yeah.
player is up there. And so, I don't know, just tough match. At least managed to secure a little bit of extra placement points for the team before getting eliminated there, which is all you can hope for to a certain extent. Arkansas State is just going to hoof it into zone, maybe having spotted out that there's no players in this area outside of the solo Mirage. And so it is relatively safe to rotate into. Does any team have next zone information?
We should scout that area.
I say we move there.
CSU does. It's going to be a barometer zone, actually. Interesting. Well, I think at least for now, we're not going to see too many teams die in the zone rotation.
A lot of teams really close together there, but down by what is that barometer? Yeah.
Yeah, this is barometer. But they're all kind of. They seem to
They got
in
their own
general,
areas.
just
They're not
kind
gonna have
of-
to move a lot after.
Yeah,
after
they're
next
looking.
zone.
They're looking for zone positions more than anything. Especially like UCSD Navy. I don't even know where these guys are on the map. To be honest, I've never been down
Yeah,
here.
they're like underground.
They
way
are underground. I've just never been down here before. I just genuinely like don't know how they did it. That's crazy. You learn something new every day. But I think everyone's going. This is the one remaining ring console that you can scan for next zone information. And so, yeah, actually, they might even want to go for that again. This is round 3. Okay. So there's going to be 2 more zones, I believe.
Let's check out that way.
But yeah, CU Academy is looking for an early rotate into zone.
Yeah, Arkansas's got a long way to go. Actually, Barton Bulldogs and Redbirds are.
Yeah. Redbirds are actually looking for this, it looks like. Did manage to find all 3 on top there, all watching. Managed to just like quickly get out of there as fast as possible. It's like not peeking that shit. Looking to maybe rotate around.
This is tense.
Barton Bulldogs, meanwhile, they have portaled away, trying to like just kind of avoid this more than anything. Yeah, both Barton Bulldogs are just gonna leave. However, they are being pursued by ILST.
Actually, it's like that movement got them found out. It seems.
Yeah, no, because you do see the little blue trace that tells you like what direction they're going in.
And honestly, yeah, they lost their high ground.
Going to find 1 knock, looking for a second here. Going to take a lot of damage and actually get kidnapped through the altar portal there. Have managed to find 1 kill secure, as Barton Bulldogs sends 1 player in one direction and a different player in the other, just trying to get out of there. I mean,
yeah, 1 down. And just the Wraith left.
Yeah, just definitely playing for placement. ILST is hard chasing this though. Has spotted them out. I don't know if you should be stopping to loot right now.
That's not a good time. Yeah.
Is going to pop the Q to kind of try and get out of there, but is going to get immediately found.
Just a lot of really bad
killed.
timing there. You kind of just got to run there. That's
definitely. I mean, didn't have the portal for the movement speed.
They stopped to loot.
I know, but yeah, did stop to loot. Was a little bit interesting.
Like, I get going for the shield. I just feel like.
Yeah, I mean, but like if that team's pursuing you that hard, you gotta kind of think that they're gonna keep pursuing you there.
Yeah.
CU Academy is playing underneath bridge, while USS is playing on top of bridge. Honestly, both very bad positions, very open, all things considered here. As you can see, as USS loses two players
like
immediately. And it's going to be rotated on by CU Academy. Arkansas State is going to be rotating along the edge here. Northwestern Purple has vaults, at least for now. And ILSD Redbirds is rotating into this building as well. Managed to find 1 kill. Going to double kick a door and just try and move in. Has found both players there, and with a coordinated push, are going to be able to find the entire team. CSU now is looking to capitalize on like this fight here, trying to find maybe this team as they're low on health. But I really good position. Yeah, but like pushing into that choke point, maybe not the greatest idea of all time. CSU is going to lose 2 players here.
Oh, looks like the Wraith too. Yeah, it's all of them.
To lose the 3rd as well. That's going to be 6 kills to
looks like SNHU is rushing
to ILST.
No, okay, wait.
No, they
scouting.
They use the portal.
I see. Okay,
just like. But UCSD Navy is now getting pushed by UCF Rising, especially considering that UCF Rising did manage to get the kill there. Well, actually, no, UCF was just playing above, not willing to drop just yet. Northwestern Purple, meanwhile, is driving a car.
What?
What is going on right now?
What even?
I don't know where they're going, but they are going. And yeah, Sioux Academy is now running into Arkansas State, who has lost a lot of health points here.
Yeah. That's
honestly pretty even in terms of health trade here. But both teams are going to look to disengage, especially without Bang Ultimate coming out. Sioux Academy is also going to look for a portal into zone, maybe looking to go to this island over here, this kind of like rocky little crevasse.
Little open, but you got like...
It's a little open, but it's better than having no cover whatsoever.
Yeah.
And it looks like they are going to look to play that. Maybe going to use the Watson utility as
There's
well
solid escape
to like hold it down. Meanwhile, UCSD Navy is not necessarily fighting just yet, so we're going to go back to SNHU. Seems to be in an active conflict with UCF.
Looks like Redbirds and Charlotte or something.
Yeah. It looks like Niners still have the position on the inside. Meanwhile, Redbirds are trying to find ways to rotate in from the outside. But however, they are going to be taking a lot of damage. Just a very, very ballsy play. Managed to get out just barely in time. Going to die to a Sky nade though. Wow, that is rough. And it looks like Redbirds is actually on their last legs. Going to rotate and locate this this Watson here from Northwestern. But Redbirds is going to fall. Charlotte Niners looking to also get some kills.
When did Northwestern get there?
They've just kind of been ratting.
Did they have the car?
No, yeah, this was the car team.
I see. Okay.
And so they just drove, and then they just
that's awesome.
They drive by these guys. I mean, look, there's the car. Like, what are they doing?
I love how truly everybody else had all their positioning to get into zone, and they just drove.
Yeah, they just drove, and no one shot at them. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're just kind of playing under this bridge. They have a pretty solid position. They are in zone for final ring.
Honestly, yeah.